Hey Tone Freaks, welcome to another episode of Tone Quest. And today is such a very special episode because I have ABBY ASISTIO.
Hi! Kailangan ano
Oh
eh.
yeah! We are in her studio right now. Set up by us, of course.
So weird pa rin nga pakinggan eh. We're at my studio.
Yes, you're. It's a.
Thanks.
I love how you designed it. Parang.
Thank you.
Kasi nung una parang panels lang, yung curtains lang.
Yeah.
And then when you put your own touches to it, it really popped. Your posters. What do you call it? I don't think those are posters.
The art, the album,
parang
single art.
Yeah, single art.
Yeah.
Single art deco style na maganda. Well, we're taking a B-roll naman of all of this so you can see it. And then the LED lights later will
Yeah, that would
will
be
flash
cool.
that.
My plants are here too. Yeah. Plantita.
Plantita.
Brought about by the pandemia.
Yeah, of course. Alam mo naman, bad trip talaga ngayon eh. Okay, and yeah, later we'll get on to talk more about her studio, but I'm so happy to have ABBY guesting. Thank you so much. Mamaya mag-alcohol kami, don't worry. We don't touch our face, don't worry.
May distance pa rin kami konti.
Kahit pa paano may distance kami, and yeah, so we've been interacting for some time naman na. So
And we're neighbors, just so you know.
Yes.
So we're just here trapped in our village.
exactly. So it's
So
so fortunate, right?
Yes.
It's so fortunate for us. So yeah, so I came here because we've been setting her up for her streaming rig, and now I really want to talk about who is ABBY ASISTIO and what do you do. Come on, tell me about yourself. Tell
Okay.
us about yourself. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Charot. Hindi. So, I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been doing this since after college. Diretso sabak na ako sa music. I tried doing a full-time job ng mga 6 months, pero hindi ko talaga kaya. Sabi ko, really an artist by heart and I wanna be in charge of what I do. So, naging, na ako, full-time singer, nag-host din ako. I create content as well. I do voiceovers, mga jingle, lahat ng pwedeng pasukin na work in relation to my talent. Yun yung gusto kong gawin. Parang aligned siya sa kung sino rin ako as a person. So, other than that, as a musician, yun yung path ko. But I'm also an alopecia awareness advocate. Hence the Churban, spelled Churban, na, well, fashion statement ko na siya ngayon. Pero, nag-start kasi siya since I was 4. Nalagas yung hair ko because of a hair loss condition called alopecia.
Yes.
And in 2012, lumabas ako. Kasi naka-wigs lang ako before. Hindi ko sinasabi sa mga tao na meron akong alopecia. Until 2012, when I decided to use my platform also as an artist to cause awareness for the disease. Tapos, nabuo na rin yung Alopecia Philippines because of it. So now, I found a way to merge both. So I'm an advocate and I use my music to spread whatever message that I have. So kadalasan, well, karamihan ng mga kanta ko puro positive, uplifting. Gusto ko parating merong mensahe na mapupulot yung mga tao. Pero syempre, artist pa rin na I'm very, kumbaga, I don't like staying in my comfort zone. Also, I always wanna keep evolving. And one of the things that napinasok ko recently is modern kundiman. So, yun yung tunog ko ngayon, yun yung sound na pinaglalaroan ko. Infusing kundiman elements into my new songs. Tapos, gumagawa ako ng mga revival. Revival! Ang 90s ng term!
I love the term revival.
Sorry, version.
Sobrang gusto ko yung term na yun.
May revival. Na version,
Yeah.
gumagawa ako ng mga version ng classic kundiman songs. Tapos, nilalagyan ko naman ng medyo urban feel.
Ganda.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you for that fantastic introduction. Who can
Madaldal din po ako.
Who can do an introduction like that na dire-diretso, no stuttering, and really knows what to say? I mean,
But feel free to edit if it's too long.
no, it's fine. I'm not gonna edit this. This is gonna be really smooth lang naman. And Abby, I really like when you said that you, first of all, I'm going through all the things you said. No? First of all, you said that you want to do stuff na parang related sa talents mo on your skill sets. And any branch you can go to doon sa skill set mo, which is amazing because I do the same thing. Right? I'm aligned the same.
We're multi-hyphenates.
Multi-hyphenates mo tawag.
Tama. Oh, parang
slashy.
slash.
Pero kasi yung pagka multi-hyphenate namin is we really I mean, especially you you're a singer, you're a songwriter, and you can also do those voice talent gigs because you're a singer.
Yeah.
And then in that note, you write songs, and then your songs can push an advocacy as well.
Yeah.
In your case, alopecia. And then on that note pa rin, you can still produce music, di ba? So now you're doing that modern condiman thing. And we love that because I have a band
Thank
called
you.
Ordinario. That's what we do. That's what we do, modern
Kaya yung
condiman.
face mask niya, sobrang gusto ko rin yung mga ganyang vibe.
Thank you. Kaya pala one time nung dumating ako naka parang Igorot vibes.
Oh,
Said,
sabi ko,
yeah. You know,
support local tayo.
yes, super support local.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all my clothes are locally made, actually. Tapos, syempre, iba H&M, hindi locally made. Pero kailangan din ng mga ganun t-shirt. Anyway, that's why you're such a branched out musician. That's what I like about you. When I was researching you, when the first time I met you, kasi when we were recording at Dayo, I was taking your For Laya, which is a great song.
Thank
very
you.
catchy. Later we'll talk about Laya, and we're gonna play it later in the credits. And for that song, when you were recording, it was like, wow, it's very catchy, you know.
Oh,
and not just that, the lyrics are really good, and your vocal performance there, wow. I mean,
Salamat.
layers of awesome takes, and then parang ano pa nga siya, parang you were ano pa nga lang, you were siya tabong madami or gusto ko isa pa, gusto ko isa pa. Sige, okay lang, let's do it. Alam mo yun, when I met
nahiya
her
pa ako kasi hindi ko pa tapos yung kanta.
Okay.
Nung nag-record tayo, di ba,
Okay,
yung
okay.
bridge, sinulat ko
Yeah,
lang.
ang galing.
Pero
galing.
na-pressure ako. Sabi mo, ang galing natapos mo. Sa totoo lang, na-pressure ako kasi alam ko rin naman na musician ka. So, you know what we're doing. Tsaka kahit pa paano, syempre may sense ako na ang dami mo ng mga nakatrabaho rin na artist. So, part sa akin, naku, kailangan tapusin ko tong bridge na to. Sandali lang ha, 10 minutes lang, kailangan ko lang. Tapos maganda naman kinalabas.
Sobrang ganda.
Thank you din sa pagiging supportive dun sa recording.
Oh, of course. Actually, yung trabaho ng engineer is to make you comfortable and parang make you shine, kumbaga. If an engineer...
I was very comfortable.
Yes, nice. If an engineer doesn't do that, he's not doing his job well.
Okay.
And then tapos nga, being a super branched out musician, nung ni-research kita, parang you're just, placing yourselves correctly. Kumbaga, maybe you don't know it, but you placed yourself correctly, which is great. Some artists kasi, they just parang tutugtog ako, parang gano'n. Ikaw, may nakita ako sa yung parang good stepping stone placements and how you handle yourself in those kinds of parang in not just the genre, let's talk about that, and also let's talk about parang paano mo nasabing parang gusto mo gawin to and how did you execute that?
Well, siguro kasi yun nga ang dami kong ginagawa. Minsan, nung nagsisimula ako, feeling ko nakaka-overwhelm, mali ba to dapat? Kasi dapat kung, kunyari, singer-songwriter, kayun lang yung ginagawa mo. So, nung umpisa, meron akong mentality na I'm spreading myself too thinly. But I realized kasi all those things come naturally for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I do all those things, kasi nag-edit pa ako din ng mga vlog ko, I create content as well Yung parang hindi siya mahirap for me natural siya for me. So, of course, I'm gonna be, cautious din kung how much I take into my plate. Pero, with regard to doing all those things, yung term lang for me is alignment. If something is aligned to who I am, to the messaging, to the vibe, to the to whatever it stands for, and if it comes out naturally for me, kung strength ko naman siya, then go.
Yes.
Kasi 'di ba, yun nga, meron tayong mga talents kung hindi natin gagamitin tsaka skills, masasayang lang siya, lalo na ngayon pandemic, 'di ba, nasa bahay lang tayo. Kung hindi tayo magpa-practice din, gumawa at mag-create, edi sayang naman.
Yeah.
Parang we still keep moving forward. And with all the avenues that I try to enter, I make sure that I just go into it as myself.
That's
parang
fantastic.
there's no need to, kunyari, kumo, ganyan yung okay, dapat bilang live streamer, ganyan ka. Sa TikTok kailangan, magsayaw ka ng ganyan. Yung parang, masaya naman lahat ng plataforma, pero hindi ako papasok doon na trying to be like everyone else.
Yes.
I just wanna parang, hi, this is me. Okay, if it works, edi great. If
Yeah.
not, it's not for me.
Tama.
Parang ganun lang.
Ang galing kasi when you said you wanted to be yourself in your streams, and I've watched your stream, and it's even it was 5 hours long, I was there the whole
Sorry,
time.
test stream kasi na humaba.
Yung test stream niya, ang ganda, 5 hours long. Pero I was there the
Thanks.
whole time, and wala kang persona, kumbaga. It's you.
Just
That's why
myself.
I felt that I was being, I was watching someone very honest.
Oh, thank you.
So that's very important for me as a viewer, not just as a musician. When I look at someone and I can feel the honesty in their performance or in what you do, para sa akin mas nauhook ako. Alam mo yun, and I'm sure all your fans there, parang how you interact with them, ang galing. Let's talk about Kumu and the platforms later. But I just want to ask, saan ka naglilin in genre? In genre of music and
Yeah.
and what made you decide to go there to that kind of genre? Because
Yung ngayon, yung sa Modern Kundiman.
not just modern Kundiman,
Okay.
in your specific
In
in general, yes,
Yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Ang influences ko talaga more on hip-hop R&B eh.
Okay.
So, urban vibe. Pero, na-realize ko later, when I was starting, feeling ko, syempre, hinahanap mo pa yung pwesto mo sa industriya.
Yes.
So, bilang R&B singer, feeling ko kailangan maraming kulot, kaya ko yung mga birat-birat mataas. Hindi talaga at home yung boses ko dun eh. Tapos na-realize ko, I could love something but not be excellent at it. So, I just took the stuff that I liked about it and incorporated into the voice, the vibe, the sound that is comfortable for me.
Okay.
So, na-enjoy ko rin yung sobrang classics, yung mga standard songs. And then yung boses ko, yun nga, naging at home siya sa very easy listening vibe lang. Mga, pusa pala ako. Parang ganun. So, it took a while then. Like what I said, I started, siguro, 2006, nag-underground scene na ako. Tumutugtog na ako sa mga Route 196, mga Sagiho, pero hindi ko pa kilala yung sarili ko bilang artist. Umawat pa ako sa The Voice of the Philippines. Nag-audition ako sa The Voice. I sang the wrong song.
What did you sing? Can you just share to us?
I sang Girl on Fire.
Okay.
It was a suggestion for me to sing that because I came out with my alopecia story. Sabi nila, ang gandang story. Sabayan natin ang Girl on Fire. Hindi naman ako at home dun eh. Pero my mentality at that time was we need to please the people around me. My management, the network, the judges. So, yung isa sa pinaka-important lessons na natutunan ko from The Voice audition was never to do something that isn't true to who you are. It's all about authenticity rin. And si Tito Gary parati itong sinasabi. Gary Valenciano. Kasi I was with Manila Genesis.
Gary Valenciano, close to my heart.
Tito, yes, di ba? And he has the wisest advices. And he was like, in whatever you do, don't seek to impress. Just express. Express who you are.
Such a nice
So, mula nung tumatak yun sa isip at puso ko, ayoko nang pumasok sa isang bagay na walang peace. Na alam ko, hindi ako meant for it. Wag natin, pag hindi para sa'yo, wag mo ipilit. Minsan, you're called to take a risk.
Yeah.
Mafe-feel mo naman yun eh. It's about awareness also. Kung ano yung tingin mo, kaya mong i-push. Meron ding mga bagay na parang not for me. So, yun din yung, the more I got to know who I was, the more I know what paths to take on and what stuff to take on. And so ngayon, with the Modern Kundiman thing, my voice, kasi nga, very malumanay. Pasok siya talaga, like, na-enjoy ko siyang kantahin. Sinasabi rin ng mga tao, bagay yung boses ko, nagagandahan sila. Edi, let's try it. And then I had so many ideas inspired by other artists also. When I wrote Maria Clara, that was my first Modern Kundiman single. Yun yung panahon na lumabas yung Buwan ni Juan Carlos, JK. Yung kanta ng Itchy Worms, Di na Muli. Yung mga ganong vibe na Kundiman. So, kumbaga, na-encourage lang din nila ako to take, to step out of my comfort zone in terms of writing music. And then, I came out with Maria Clara, which was sobrang modern ng message. If you listen to the song, actually tungkol siya sa dating. And being in a relationship na one-sided.
Ah.
So, yung pinaka-message nung kanta, hindi ako ganun. May hinahanap din ako. Hindi ako panandalian lang. Na, it's such a, parang current
Very current.
topic.
It's very current, yeah.
But I wanted to set it in a, yun nga, yung kanta na Maria Clara. Kasi, di ba, ang tingin ng mga tao, Maria Clara, mahinhin, parang,
Can't touch me.
Oo, parang I wanted to redefine that and make
Parang
the song
break the status quo.
break the status quo. It really is about knowing who you are and what you deserve.
Yes.
Knowing your worth.
That's such a powerful message for a song because other messages, and I mean, right now in our musical landscape na narinig ko, wala na masyadong message that hits home. Alam mo yun? That's how I feel when I listen to modern music. And I'm so glad that you come up with songs that have meaning.
Thank you.
Even if it's a song, kunyari, love song or whatever, as long as it has a message that goes beyond just that typical norm ng, okay, tungkol sa pag-ibig, tapos na.
Yeah.
Parang ganun. I mean, that's such a great, yung palang sold na ako sa writing kumbaga
Thanks.
And modern kundiman pa. It's so hard to pull off that kind of genre. Believe me. Like, if you're, modern kundiman kasi is like Filipino classical.
Yeah.
Diba? It's our own classical music, diba? It came from the Spaniards, of course, pero it's our own kundiman. And, you know, fusing kundiman with modern styles, that's like, how can you translate that into something digestible, lalo for the kids? Diba? Parang,
sorry, napapaisip.
oh, diba? How can you, ang hirap i-translate nun kasi, kami, that's what we're trying to do as well, as a band, diba?
Yeah.
Pero kami, ang approach namin, mas aggressive na kundiman, mas may mga bagsakan and whatnot. Yung sa'yo, when I heard Maria Clara and I heard your other covers, your revivals, which I love. Renditions.
Revival.
Ang ganda. I mean,
thank you.
Mas digestible siya. How yung pagka-present mo, the kundiman is so there, pero at the same time parang kanta lang siya na pakikinggan mo, na hindi ka mahihirapan pakinggan. Kaya parang wow, ang ganda ng ginagawa niyo. When I was telling my wife, Nikki, love pakinggan mo to, si Abby. Nag-ano siya, modern kundiman din. Tapos sabi nga, oo nga, she's been telling me for so long na pala nagmo-modern kundiman ka. Parang siguro I was doing something.
Ano pala, mga 3 years.
Oo nga.
Bago mag-pandemic.
Yeah.
Nag-start ako. Tsaka, gusto ko yung, isa sa mga tumatak, dalawa, na nag-comment sa akin when I released Modern Kundiman stuff. Si Jazz na Itchy Worm, saka si Dan Hill. Ang ganda ng comment nila kasi parang ang sabi nila, minodernize mo yung kundiman na hindi nasisira yung kundiman.
Yes.
And yun yung gusto ko rin gawin. I don't want people to think na, sorry for the term, binababoy ko yung traditional music natin because not at all. Parang I have so much respect for it, but I also wanna bridge this generation to that, to be able to appreciate that. So for them to say that, and they're musicians that I look up to also, parang okay, na-achieve kasi ganun yung gusto kong mangyari.
Yeah.
To reintroduce in a different way, but at the same time, pay homage. Yeah.
At saka, kung si Jazz Nicolas ba naman nagsabi sa'yo na gusto niya.
I know.
I love that.
Pagkabasa ko ng comments, sabi ko,
genius. That guy's a genius, by the way, Jazz. I love you.
Hi, Jazz.
Magaling ka sobra. Anyway, and of course, Dan Hill. He's such a great keyboard player, also an arranger. We're working with him sa ibang album namin sa Homes, and he's super awesome as well. Okay, so let's go to naman sa iyong...
Sorry, yung point pala nun.
Yeah.
Ang dami kong sinabi, di ba? Pero yung tanong mo lang kasi, paano mo ginawa, di ba? Parang...
Okay lang, marami na yun. Marami na tayong mapupulot doon.
Hindi, ang ano ko lang is, I don't wanna, kunyari yun, yung Modern Kundiman and the writing Maria Clara, I was able to come up with it because I liked it.
Yes.
Because it was something that made me feel alive also. So it was easy to express it. And I think with all, in relation to the first question, you wouldn't feel like you're taking on so much or working too hard or tired if it's just something natural to you and that you like. Yeah. So.
Okay, that's an additional information to that answer. 10 out of 10. So anyway, the next question I want to ask you, okay, so you did this modern kundiman and you were into that hip-hop scene, no?
Uh-huh.
And then,
So nahulog yung ensimada ko.
so ngayon, is it hip-hop and modern kundiman now? That's the genre now you're into?
Ay, no. Yung modern kundiman ko,
Yeah.
kasi I have some new stuff coming out.
Okay.
Kunyari, yung pipit, it's inspired by may pumukol sa pipit, but it's about a woman who just doesn't learn her lesson.
You
Ginawa
covered that song
naming,
also.
hindi, I wrote an entirely different song. I want you to hear it, pero teaser lang.
Yeah.
Ginawa naming trap music. Yung
Trap
dating.
beat.
Si Thyro Alvaro yung gumawa.
Okay.
And nakakatuwa kasi hindi ko rin, parang when I have an idea, I love working with geniuses na mga producers, kunyari yan, si Thyro. Kasi na-elevate pa pala, na parang, ay, kaya pa palang, oo, astig yan, ito yung vision ko, pero napaganon mo. So, yung pipit, in-infusean namin ng hip-hop. So, I don't wanna, kasi, ang hirap nga, hindi ko nga ngayon lang, yun yung modern kundiman, pang-classify in a sense. Pero, for me, it could go different routes in terms of genre.
Okay.
So
ngayon,
meron akong kanta na may pagka-hip-hop. Merong mga steady groovy lang yung dating. Parang may tangi kong pag-ibig. So, iba-iba siya.
So, ngayon, what would you say your main genre is? Let's say, let's take out the specifics as modern kundiman, hip-hop. Let's take that out muna. Parang overall, ano masasabi mo? Parang kunyari si Sting, pag sinabi mo anong genre niya, he's just gonna say, I'm Sting. Parang ganyan. So, what would you say? What would you say?
Hindi ko rin alam eh.
So, undefined, parang undefined for you.
Kasi if I say modern kundiman, not a lot of, kung kunwari hindi naman Pilipino, hindi nila alam kung ano yung kundiman. More on, with my vibe and voice, more on soul na easy listening na...
Soul is a great common factor kasi ang soul hindi naman porke soul parang R&B eh. Hindi naman porke soul could be rock also. Soul could be in kundiman as well. So it's a vibe. Soul is a vibe. So pwedeng soul. Yeah. I love soul. Joss Stone mga. Pero iba-iba. Medyo R&B soul din.
Got a right to be wrong.
I love Joss Stone. We love Joss Stone. We love you, Joss Stone. Galing mo.
Uy, first siya na international artist na gumawa ng alopecia awareness.
Oh, no
Kasi
way.
nakasabay namin siya sa Malasimbo.
Oh.
So, syempre, kalbo pa ako nun eh. Sabi ko, please support my advocacy. And then she did the alopecia awareness sign. Photo,
nice.
come in right now, pack.
Later. Sorry. Okay, so just to make that clear, no, undefined yung genre ni Abby. I think she wants to branch out more.
If you guys have a suggestion, mainly I don't know kasi.
Yeah.
Kaya pag sa Spotify, pag nag-upload ako music, ano ba i-check ko dito? Kasi hindi ko kasi I do stuff other than modern kundiman.
Yeah.
Like some of my original songs. Hindi naman.
Parang pag sinabing easy listening naman, parang may pagka-disservice yung term for what you do eh. Kasi pag sinabing easy listening, parang ano mo yun? Kasi it's more than that naman eh. It's more than that easy listening vibe. So, hirap din i-define nga. So, if you guys have a suggestion, kung anong klaseng genre yung meron si Abby, which we will link down below to her music in the comment section. Please check her out.
Check it out. Follow me on Spotify.
Please comment and we'll see what we can... Let's see if we can name Abby's genre.
Let's have a contest.
Let's have a contest!
Name that genre.
Yeah. So anyway, now, bridging that to alopecia. Now, this is very interesting because if you don't mind, can you tell us about that journey and you know how music helped you and how you helped music and how music helped that awareness drive?
With the alopecia story, it's pretty much like my music also eh. It was a finding oneself journey. So with being a woman, yung initial na buhay ko, hindi ako tulad ng ibas, which hence I'm not as beautiful, I'm not complete. Parating minsan sasabihin mga tao, maganda ka naman, hindi, alam ko yun. External yun eh. Pero if you grow up in an environment that tells you that as girls, you should have long hair, your crowning glory is important, it's what makes you a woman, tapos buong buhay mo wala ka nun. Dinala ko yung insecurity and yung not belonging. Parang I felt like an outsider. So even if I was surrounded by people, since I didn't know anyone with alopecia, I grew up na wala akong kakilala may alopecia. I felt alone.
Yeah.
I was ashamed of being the bald girl. I had to hide beneath my wigs and my hats to be accepted. Even as a musician, when I came in, yung mga wigs ko dati talagang yan, nag-invest ako, long hair, kasi nga R&B singer, so kailangan maganda yung buhok ko, di ba? Ganun yung iniisip ko. Pero nalimitahan din ako kasi hindi ko rin fully explore yung artistry ko kasi instead of performing, at the back of my mind, iniisip ko parati, are they looking at me or watching me just staring at my head because they feel I'm wearing a wig? Yung mga ganong limitasyon. So, even with relationships, I couldn't really see if someone was being genuine when it comes to being my friend or kunyari showing interest in me. Because ako mismo yung kahit sincere yung tao, meron akong wall. Meron ako parating wall na, he can't completely like me because I'm bald. Or maybe she's just friends with me kasi naaawa siya sa akin. And I hated that. I hated na kinakaawaan. So I was very outgoing. I got into the arts. Parang just like being in the arts and writing songs and performing, I always had to wear a mask. Because I didn't want people to see the fragile Abby, the vulnerable Abby. I always had to project to people that I was okay when in fact I wasn't. And so in 2012, ang pinanggalingan nun, a music video gone wrong. We shot a music video na nakawig ako. Real hair naman siya, pero since kahit real hair yung wig mo, if you wear it all day, every day, naninigas na siya, diba? So, we shot the music video and then the management, the team was like, it's not working, your hair's not moving. So, for me, for an artist na binuhos ko yung puso, pawis ko dun sa video at sa kanta, bumalik na naman tayo sa hair na I'm trying to do the best that I can as an artist, as a woman, and it's still not enough. And so they suggested that I go bald. Na I took negatively. Siyempre, naging defensive ako initially kasi ang dali para sa inyong sabihin na marketing move yan diba? Pero all my life, I was bullied because of alopecia. People were calling me names, laughing behind my back or at me kahit nakikita ko.
Oh my God.
So, mahirap. But when I came home, nag-search ako ng stories of kahit pictures muna parang bald women. Sabi ko, kaya naman pala nila. Maybe I could pull it off. But then I came across stories of women with alopecia from different parts of the world na they were very vocal about it. They were confident even if they were bald. Nagpapa-interview sila. May mga advocacies, mga awareness campaigns. Parang nawindang yung buong buhay ko. Naging turning point siya talaga na how could they reach that point of acceptance? And being so sure of who they are to the point na ginagamit nila yung platform nila to help those with a condition. Na-inspire ako. Yun na yung naging challenge sa akin na tama na, ayoko na magtago. There's a reason why I have alopecia. I will use my voice and my platform to cause awareness and to help the community. So, mula nun, yung hindi lang yung pagkatao ko yung nabuo, pati yung music ko. Kasi I found my purpose and I found something to stand for. So even with what I write and basically who I am and what people see, they're all aligned in that packaging, in that mission and vision that I have na parang I wanna inspire others and empower others to just completely embrace who they are.
That's a great story. I mean, an acceptance story. I think that's one of the biggest problems of, I think, not just people with some kind of condition. It's an acceptance of, even trying to accept yourself, even if you don't have any condition. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And what more if you have something to bring. So
we all have fears and insecurities.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
normal naman.
Yeah.
But yun nga, once you learn how to rise above those things, so powerful.
Yes, I'm sure it does, because you have an aura around you that's parang malakas. you know, it's very enlightening. You know, I've never felt parang all our interactions are, you know, magaan siya, and I love that feeling. Na syempre, 'di ba, sometimes when someone has something inside, you can feel that even though you're not sure, but what's the problem of this person? There's something inside pero I don't feel that with you, and congratulations on your rising above and acceptance.
Thanks.
That's such a great thing. And by the way,
took a while, but
kahit na, I mean, the end always will justify whatever you went through. I mean, a big round of applause for Abby for
Thank
that, guys.
you.
That's such a great thing to say. And thank you for saying that in my channel. Such an honor kasi yung mga kwentong ganyan, ano yan alam mo yun, medyo internal yan And so I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Na sobrang vital for musicians like us kasi parang your music, your craft, whatever it is that you do, it's what you offer to the world. But you can't offer something that you don't have and that isn't solid. So, kaya ako self-love advocate din ako kasi in everything, it starts with self.
Yeah.
Pag hindi full yung cup mo, how do you expect to let other people drink?
Oh, wow.
So, love yourself, know yourself, be aware of what kind of person that you are, and everything else will just follow.
Yeah, definitely. I completely believe that. And one of the things you said that really got me is yung accepting who you are. And yun yung ilalabas mo sa mundo. Alam mo yun, don't wear a mask anymore.
Yeah.
Parang yun yung masarap para sa akin na parang that's such everyone who's a musician, an artist, or kahit whatever you do, just accept who you are at yun ang ilabas mo anywhere. Your friends, your family, and whoever. Alam mo, mas maganda talaga mangyayari sa'yo kung ganun Instead of parang you putting a persona or whatever, being, I don't know, schizophrenic.
Tsaka nakakapagod.
Mismo.
Having to pretend to be someone else.
Yes, so.
Just be yourself.
Yeah,
and
yourself,
remember, you could never be that person beside you. But they could never be you. You have all the elements, the different elements that make you such a unique individual. So embrace that.
Fantastic. ABBY ASISTIO on that alopecia note. And of course, we're gonna put a link below on the alopecia awareness page. Alopecia Philippines.
Yes, it's Alopecia Philippines on Facebook and Instagram. And then for my personal stuff, it's just at ABBY ASISTIO sa lahat ng social media platforms except Facebook, which is ABBY ASISTIO Music.
Alright, we're gonna put that down on the link so you can check her out. Okay, Mix Machine, as you know, we are a studio as well as we set up equipment, we sell equipment, we mix and master music, we record music. So, branching out din ako I mean, with every skill set I have.
Mix Machine, go get the Mix Machine.
That's a nice jingle.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, we do everything under the sun for music and recording. And so Abby reached out to us and through Dial Studios, our partners. And we set her streaming studio up. Actually, this whole thing we set up. Aside from the decors and the very nice vibe, that's all Abby. And what have you got for us, Abby?
Okay, so coming from live streaming with just a table and no mic, I literally just use my voice. Kaya rin ako napapaos.
So, doon sa phone mo, diretso lang sa...
Oo, kasi nag-attempt naman ako gumamit ng mic, pero hindi siya tumutunog the way I envisioned it to sound. So, sabi ko, boses ko na lang. Pero yun nga, if you stream like 5 times a week, 2 hours per day, it's hard. Tsaka hindi na ma-maximize yung tunog mo. Sayang naman sa mga nakikinig, hindi nila narinig ng tama. But, since the pandemic, Kumu has been one of the main sources of the goodness in life. Sobrang blessing ng Kumu po sa buhay ko. So, sabi ko, since lumipat kami ng bahay, elevate na natin, since kinakareer naman natin live streaming, karirin na rin natin yung setup. So, ayan,
before you go to the setup, so let's talk about just to gloss over Kumu a bit. So, during the pandemic ka lang nag-Kumu talaga?
Never ako nag-live stream, kahit sa Facebook or IG. And then,
So this was your parang coping against the pandemic ka lang
yeah,
just
na
for
parang, ano din, to at least have a source of income,
Mm.
part-time job, and at
Mm.
the same time, to still sing. Kasi
Yeah.
ang hirap, yung having gigs, tas totally wala. Lahat tayo naka-lockdown, parang, artist pa ba ako? Parang ganun yung nararamdaman ko.
Oo.
So, I was invited to be part of Kumu, and I didn't know what to expect. I just took that leap, but right now I could honestly say it has been one of the biggest blessings that I've had since the pandemic.
Wow. So thank you for that, Kumu. And there are the other streaming platforms as well. Pero here in the Philippines, Kumu is #1, I think, for that live streaming thing. So on FB, don't do live streams on FB and YouTube or ano?
No. On YouTube, I tried before, pero just to give out prizes.
Okay.
Mas Kumu talaga ako naging at home. Although right now, since I'm shooting more videos, tas ang ganda na ng home studio ko, I might do more stuff sa YouTube tsaka sa Facebook. Let's see.
Okay, nice. So let's watch out for that. So yeah, let's take us over your live streaming rig.
Okay. So, notebook. Charot. So, I basically use my laptop.
Laptop, MacBook Pro.
Oo.
Nice.
I'll turn it on. Pero my main issue with using the mic then before, hindi ko siya maikabit kasi yung mic ko, USB condenser mic. Originally, I didn't know how to link it to my phone.
Okay.
So, I tried, but I failed. My best wasn't good enough.
She did her best, but
I
her
tried.
best wasn't
So,
good
kaya
enough.
nag-boses na lang ako, no mic at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when I stream, dati, meron lang akong speaker na doon ko piniplay.
Yung
Tas,
music.
yung music.
Tapos sinasabay mo lang.
Tas
Oh my
sinasabayan
God,
ko
that's
lang.
so hard.
It's hard. So, kaya rin sobrang nakakapaos.
Yeah.
Pero, yun nga, because Marco helped me with my setup, meron na po akong Lauten. Tama ba yung pronunciation?
Lauten.
Lauten.
Audio.
Yeah, the LA220. Yan ang aking gamit. At saka meron ng stand, oh.
Wow.
Lakas maka-professional na merong ayan. Tapos,
this goes to
this goes to my mixer. I have a 4-channel mixer from our friends over at Mickle. Hi! So, dyan nakakonek yung mic at saka yung aking laptop. Kung saan magagaling yung music, I play it from YouTube. So, live yon. Minsan kasi, kadalasan nagre-request yung mga tao. So, live na sinusearch ko siya sa YouTube. Nakakonect yan sa mixer ko. Tapos, using this
cable.
The cable with the red and the white. And then
A standard RCA to 3.5 cable, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
the red and the white.
The red
Okay.
and the white.
So, and then from the mixer, it's connected to my audio interface.
Which is,
yes!
yeah.
Na dati, hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga audio interface na yan. Sabi ko, ano ba yung sound card? Ano ba yung mga V8 na yan? Pwede ko ba sabihin yun?
Yeah, pwede.
O yun, kasi kadamihan sa Kumu yun yung ginagamit, V8, para may mga effects, tumatawa. It's fun naman. But kasi for me, I want, parang more than the effects and the fun part, as a singer, I want my voice to come out na talagang maganda or ma-appreciate ng mga tao.
Yeah.
So I had to invest on this. My Evo 4.
Evo 4 by Audient.
By Audient. So, dyan nakakonect yung mixer. Tapos yung mixer, ko-connect siya sa aking phone.
The Audient will connect to the iPhone.
My iPhone.
Yes.
But I have to use a USB hub first.
And a camera capture. Capture kit.
Capture kit,
Yes.
which is this one.
Yes.
Because if you're using an iPhone, i-zoom in mo naman later.
Yeah, later. Yeah.
If you're using an iPhone, lightning yung
Yes.
connector niya. So, I need this to connect to the audio interface. Plus, charger. Sobrang important when you're live streaming.
Oh, kasi 4 hours ka nagla-live stream minsan.
Although,
Grabe.
exemption yun.
Hindi, pero regularly, ilang hours ka nagla-live stream?
Mga 2 hours.
Mahaba pa rin.
Mahaba. So,
rin.
kailangan talaga may
may charging capabilities yan.
Oo. So, ayan. Yan siya. Tapos, to my phone. And then, my ring light. Very
ring light.
important.
The very important ring light. Okay?
Yes, na kailangan makita ang iyong
Fez.
kagandahan.
Yung fez.
Sure. Ang fez.
Yung fez.
Minsan, morning stream ako sa Kumu.
Oo
so,
nga. Tsaka bakit ba morning? Parang hindi kita naabutan kasi tulog na. Kasi tulog pa ako nun eh.
mas na-enjoy ko yung
Talaga?
morning vibe.
Okay.
Oo. Una, maaga ako nagigising. So, after I stream, ang dami ko nang nagagawa after.
Okay.
Na at home na rin ako sa morning kasi sa gabi, ang daming nagsistream din eh.
Sa bagay.
So, hindi ko,
yeah.
parang, inano ko na lang na,
Pinilace mo na lang yourself.
oo, yung
Pumlacing
place,
ka na lang,
oo, pinlace ko na lang yung sarili ko na sa morning ako kasi, ang daming nagsistream ng gabi.
So, bawas competition,
Oo.
more people can get to see you.
Sa mga hindi nakakaalam po kasi sa Kumu, sabay-sabay nagla-live yung mga tao. Para kang papasok sa iba't ibang pinto.
Yeah, oo.
So, kung ang dami mong kasabay, yung chances na pasukan yung pinto mo,
Yeah.
ang hirap din. So, sa morning, less people. Tapos, kasi na-enjoy din ng mga tao yung, kasi nga yung boses ko very light, airy,
Yeah.
happy-happy.
So, medyo may huskiness pa sa
Oo,
morning.
so yung mga masarap pakinggan pag nagkakape. Ayan, punta po kayo sa live stream ko.
Ayun.
So, I have this also, yung aking tripod for my phone.
Very, very important in streaming. I
Yes.
tell you. Kasi nag-set up na kami ng streaming rig ng aking asawa na si Nikki sa studio namin. Hindi kami makastream because wala kaming stand.
Walang patungan.
Ganun kasimple.
Oo.
Tapos, nag-order pa kami and it hasn't arrived. So, we couldn't do our stream sa Kumu and
Aha.
mobile apps. Pero we're already streaming on Sessions Live and Facebook kasi
Yeah.
iba yung setup nun eh. So, if you're on Kumu...
I have an extra. You could borrow it first.
Oh, thank you so much! Ito, sobrang importante. So, when you do your streaming like this, no? Doon ka nakaharap, syempre,
ito na.
di ba? Nakaganyan kayo harap
Ayan,
na.
meron na rin akong upuan.
Oh, di ba? Ganda ng
Oo.
executive
Dati kung
chair.
ano-ano lang upuan ko.
Monoblock lang dati yan.
Oo. So, ayan, ito siya.
Yeah.
Tapos, natutunan ko pa, kasi ang hirap na yung lyrics mo, pag nasa laptop, nakatungo ka parati sa mga
oo.
tao.
So, anong gagawin mo ngayon?
So,
Laptop stand pa siya.
Oo, may laptop stand
Galing.
ayan.
Now, that's a
So
smart
now,
streamer.
even if you're looking at the phone,
Yeah.
your lyrics are just here. So medyo same line of vision.
Galing, galing. So, isipin mo, I watch Kumu. I used to watch Kumu siguro last year kasi I was getting into it.
Yeah.
Kaso lang, yun nga napansin ko, there are a lot of streamers doon. Kahit sobrang dami na nilang followers, they don't sound good. As in, ang hirap pakinggan for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Eh ano pa naman ako, sensitive ako sa sound. So every time, kunyari, papinggan ko yung mga friends ko minsan, parang hindi pa sila nag-upgrade nun. Hirap na hirap ako makinig kasi papagod ako kagad dahil laging may distortion or whatever. So,
Tapos alam mo din kung gaano sila kaganda pakinggan.
oh,
alam mo yung actual
voice nila. Parang hindi ka nasa-satisfy.
Yeah.
So, when they upgraded na, parang ganyan, ayun na, sumarap na. And then, yun na nga, sumikat yung V8 sound card
Yeah.
because it became the number one go-to streaming. The problem is, if you add the Kumu compression or any mobile app compression on that V8 sound card, hindi talaga okay yung sound. Sabog pa rin talaga yung sound. I've seen a lot of streamers na kumikita na ng super daming pera sa Kumu but they still don't upgrade their V8 sound card. They still love it. Kasi may applause eh.
Oo, at saka tumatawa sa lahat ng jokes. Kahit di ka nagjo-joke pa, tumatawa
may
na.
tumatawa pa. At saka may banyo-like reverb
Oo.
na hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin.
Na na-enjoy ng mga tao.
Yes,
Pero yun nga, if you know how you could sound,
Yes,
yun yung naging problem ko kasi with the V8. Yung nod, anong tawag doon? Hindi nod.
Yung alin?
Knob.
Knob.
Nod.
Knob.
yung
Yung
insimada
knob,
ko.
oo.
Yung knob, kahit konting turn mo lang dun sa effect niya, para ka nang nasa banyo.
So,
ganun.
ang hirap kontrolin.
Oo, hindi mo
kumbaga,
siya makontrol.
yeah.
Eh ako, maano na nga yung boses ko, gano'n na nga yung boses ko. Pag sinabayan mo pa yun, ako parang, are we underwater?
Ethereal.
Parang si
ethereal.
Ariel, kumakanta-kanta sa, parang gano'n. So, sabi ko, boses ko na lang.
Yeah.
Kaysa, meron nga akong gadget, hindi naman ako masaya sa tulog ko.
Yeah.
Until now.
Ah.
Until now.
But there is a learning curve. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to let's disclaim that there's a learning curve to this kind of setup. Kasi una, marunong ka dapat mag-operate ng mixer.
Yeah.
O, 'di ba? Pangalawa, you should know how to interface it with your phone. Tsaka the interface itself has its own control panel dito sa PC or your laptop. So there is a learning curve to it, but I assure you once you get it set up, mas magiging masaya kayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tsaka nagta-transition pa rin ako now.
Yeah.
1 week pa lang ako with it.
Yeah.
Pero ang dami ko pa rin, Marco, I need help with this.
Yeah,
Bakit hindi ko siya ba't hindi lumalabas yung playback sa So, even when I stream in the morning, para akong may ritual na, para akong bata. Totoo.
May checklist.
May checklist na nakaganto ako. Okay, ikabit muna yung, ito ikabit. Okay. Okay, ito naman.
Yeah.
So, hindi pa siya natural sa
Hindi pa
akin.
natural, yeah.
Kahit ang tagal ko ng musician, di ba pinag-uusapan
Yes.
nga natin, yung wala akong sariling mic, or yung, ano ba yung treble, ano ba yung bass, hindi ko alam yung mga bagay na yun.
Okay.
So, now that I have this, it's also parang a push na rin for me to delve deeper with regard to the technical stuff and the technical side of music. So, challenge, pero sabi mo nga may learning curve din, pero I know that I'm gonna come out of this better din.
Oh, kasi you can also
And I thank you.
You can also kasi do after kunyari you're streaming, right? And you want to get into professional recording. Let's say you really want to do, let's say, a song just recorded in your studio. Now you can.
Yeah.
Kasi the Evo 4 is a full interface. It interfaces with your laptop seamlessly. GarageBand tapos na agad.
Yeah, speaking of Evo 4 and the learning curve, sabi mo, parang ang alam ko pa lang ngayon sa paggamit sa kanya, yung super basic.
Yes, super
Kasi
basic.
nakakonect pa siya sa mixer.
Yes.
Pero alam ko na once, parang step by step ko siya gustong gawin.
Yeah.
Pag sobrang gamay ko na to, tsaka ako na lang aaralin yung other...
The software involved.
yung software para ma-maximize ko siya.
Yes. Kasi ano talaga, it's really best to... actually, a mixer is the most simple way you can connect your streaming rig with. Pero, if you want to get more elaborate into it nga, pag nag-software ka na, using a software mixer, or you can use your DAW for your effects, pwede. And yeah, I recommend Studio One, by the way, for your DAW, for your effects. Kasi seamless yung show page. The show page has a live mixer there. The effects won't give you latency because that's how it was designed to do a live show. And sooner or later, I'll teach that to Abby para meron siyang super skills. No?
Yeah, tsaka yung mga musikero friends ko, pag
Yeah.
magre-record kami ng videos or covers, sabihin ko na lang, tara dito na tayo mag-record.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
kung may gamit na, kailangan ko lang din tutunan talaga para pasok na lang nila yung mga pang-connect ng gitara or ng kung ano man. Meron tayong nakalimutan.
Ano yan?
Yung unang-unang mong kinabit sa studio. Our panels!
Ah, yeah!
Our
The panels, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean the panels are here to this is what you call the stage 1 kumbaga stage 1 acoustic treatment. This just takes care of early reflections. Ang ibig sabihin nun, excess reverb matatanggal. So as you can hear, hello, wala ka ng excess reverb.
Yeah.
Pero meron pa ring overtone. Mga nakakalusot pa rin yan. And excess
Norby David,
bass.
may Norby. Choret.
Overtone!
Yeah. Okay.
Napaka-inside joke nun.
Sorry. Banda.
Tapos, bass traps to take care of that excess bass naman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, medyo balance na yung kwarto. Of course, it's not a stage 3 type setup, pero this will work na for your streaming and your recordings. Kasi, as you can hear, we are using just a small condenser mic for our capture, and mapapansin mo, it doesn't sound reverby or anything. Diba? And at the same time, hindi rin patay na patay yung kwarto, which I love. Kasi ayoko ng patay na kwarto. Diba? Pag kumakanta ka, tapos patay na patay yung kwarto.
Sobrang parang,
sa vocal booth ka na. Remember,
talagang kulang na lang.
diba? Ang hirap mag-record pag gano'n, hirap pagsalita. So, yeah, this is how we set up per studio. If you want a similar kind of setup, you can hit us up at mixmachineaudio.com, link below.
Mix machine. And on the aesthetic side, maganda siya. Ang lakas maka-professional ng dating.
Yun, ang gusto ko marinig sa'yo.
Ganda nga.
Hindi ko rin iniisip yung mga ganun, pero yeah, tama.
Nagawa ako ng cover song Tapos parang, uy, saan ka nag-record na studio? Oh, that's in my room.
Yeah, I saw that. That was for Claire Del Fuego
Yeah.
Tribute. Ay, galing, sobra. Pinapanood namin ng misis ko yan. Tuwang-tuwa kami. Just,
Salamat.
set up na natin yan. No?
Oo, hindi maganda. Tsaka, yung kasama ba dun sa ano, yung kasi yung sa kapitbahay ko, katabi lang namin yung bahay.
Mm.
Kahit pa paano, nabablock ba
Kahit
yung...
paano nabablock yung sound. Kasi oo.
pagising nila sa umaga, boses ko yung... Wow!
Pero I'm sure hindi ka nila sisitahin kasi I'm sure hindi ka naman karaoke singer eh.
Maganda naman yung tunog.
Maganda naman yung tunog eh. Alam mo yan.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
They should pay you.
Hindi, okay, nabigay ko na sa kanila.
Libre na yan, libre na yan. So anyway, Abby, thanks so much for guesting in Tone Quest, and that's such a fun interview kasi you're such a colorful person and a great artist as well. And please check her out. Can you
Yes, please.
again reiterate mention your
Revival.
mention your social accounts.
Yes, please follow me on Spotify. Unang-una, nandun
Nice.
lahat ng music ko. Kung gusto niyo marinig, it's walang at. ABBY ASISTIO on Spotify. I am on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Laika. Andyan ako sa lahat na yan. At ABBY ASISTIO, except Facebook, at ABBY ASISTIO Music. And watch out because second quarter of 2021, I'm planning to release some new singles.
Nice,
So,
nice.
tignan natin.
So you're recording your singles here? With your voice here? For your,
I'm not so sure. Kasi Thyro's working, kasi kanta ni
kanya.
Thyro yun eh. So, tignan natin. So, iwag mo muna natin sama kasi baka
sige,
mamaya
sige,
hindi pala
baka-
yun yung,
ah.
baka hindi pala yun yung i-release ko.
Sige.
Pero, new music coming out. And then, of course, Kumu, I am there 9 a.m. almost every day.
Ang aga.
Oo, 9 a.m. po. Pero pag weekdays, although ngayon transition na ako sa 9 a.m. Pag weekdays kasi 7:30 a.m. ako.
Oh my God!
So, sobrang aga talaga. Pero sabi ko, yung boses ko din,
Mm.
ang hirap pang gumanya ng 7:30.
Super! Grabe!
So, 9 o'clock na lang.
Yeah,
9 o'clock on Kumu at ABBY ASISTIO.
Okay, you heard it. All the links are down below. Please support local music. I can't express how we need it right now in these trying times. I mean, Abby's very lucky that she was able to, or not lucky, that's not called luck, that's called skill. She was able to diversify herself and go into that streaming area. And so, kung ako sa inyo, if you're going to stream music, please dagdagan nyo ng local. It will really help us musicians, and also watch Kumu a lot because it will help us musicians as well. Diversify na lang tayo. And if you see a person who's trying to diversify and parang trying to, make a buck and trying to live through this or survive through this pandemic, please go support them. Enough of that bad vibes, no? ABBY ASISTIO again, everyone. Abby, thank you so much.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you so much.
Oh, also, I'm gonna be featuring Marco then, and how they turned this room from nothing to this beautiful home studio that we have. So, i-follow niyo po, subscribe kayo, youtube.com/ABBY ASISTIO.
Yay, alright. Thank you guys. This is Marco Roboto from Tone Quest and ABBY ASISTIO. See you soon, guys.